Okay, hey guys, I'm coming back to you with another story time. Of course, I'll be telling you the story about the time that I met a famous person at my job. No, I don't know. Okay, so my job is kind of huge. We had go-karts, a full arcade, a rock wall, a zip line, a sky trail, and a restaurant. So it's not uncommon for famous people to come in with their friends and their families, the ones that live out here. So one night I was working a double and it was 45 minutes till closing. So I was like done in 45 minutes. I was ready, right? So 4 people come in and I like pray that they do not get an extreme, because I'm the only person working extremes. And the extremes consist of the rock wall, the zip line, and the sky trail. Of course, they buy 2 sky trails and 2 zip lines. And I'm just like, no. Go over to the sky trail, which has the most tedious harness ever. It's a full body and it has 6 straps, so it's really bad on the nails and everything, and everyone that worked there hated doing the sky trail. But I go over there and I'm like the person that likes to be bubbly, you know, like I'm the person that people come back to see. So I was trying to have that personality, but I was done for the day. I was so done. I was possibly the exact opposite of that. So, but they were looking at this giant claw machine that we have right next to the sky trail, and the sky trail is like a ropes course, like an obstacle course that's in the sky, for those that don't know. But they're looking at the giant claw, and they asked something that everybody asks. They're like, can we just buy something out of it? Like, do we have to win it? Can you guys just give us a stuffed animal if we buy it? I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you can't. And they're like, come on. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, there were 2 people. It was a guy and a girl, and they like stuck out. Their style, I'm not gonna describe how they look because I think that would give it away, but they stuck out, you feel me? So the girl was like, "Aw, come on, Kori, please." And I was like, that's not fair, because I don't know your name, and you can personalize the question for me, but I can't personalize the answer for you. You know my name because of my name tag, so that's cheating. And then, like, I was going on, and the guy was like, okay, so her name is, and he said her name, and he goes, and he doesn't say anything, he doesn't finish it. He just says, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm like, okay, let's get you guys in these harnesses, yeah, shall we? So I got them in the harness. I think I was kind of short with them. I think I was kind of short with the guy, because he didn't, there's like steps to this, and like the person has to help the person that's working it out, and he just didn't know what he had to do, and I was like kind of like short with him. And so we got them in finally, and I hooked them up, and I just sent them on up. And then there was this guy that came with them. He was standing next to me as I watched them from below, and he was like taking pictures, and then he looked at me and he like kind of stared for a little bit, and I was just like, no, don't look at me. I'm ugly. Shh, don't look at me. I didn't want any sort of interaction with people. I ended up coming down early. And while they were coming down, he was like, it wasn't me, it was her, she didn't like it. And I was like, I understand. It's like a lot higher than people think by just looking at it. A lot of people got scared on the sky trail because it's really open and it's high. It's really high. So as I was taking him out of his harness, I was standing behind him and I was loosening up the straps, and he was like, yo, I dig these harnesses though. I should, like, you know, take one on tour with me. And then the girl was like, do you want me to design something like that for you? Because I can. And then I was listening. I was like, yo, like, you said on tour, that's cool, like, what do you do? And I'm standing behind him, so I can't see his face, but I see that he looks at his girlfriend. And his girlfriend looks at him, and she, like, touches his face. She's like, oh. She's like, he's a rapper. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, okay. And I, like, got the harness out off of him, and I was like, okay, bye, guys. Right? And I started closing things down, and I was getting ready to go. And they ended up not doing their zip line. I was like, dope. And I just, like, got ready to go home. I got home and I was talking on the phone with my sister, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I was on World Star Hip Hop's page, and I was talking and I was scrolling, I was talking and scrolling, and I was like, yo, I just saw this guy. And my sister was like, you just saw what guy? I was like, yo, I just saw this guy. And because he is you can't forget him. Like, you see him and you know that you've seen him before, right? So I was like, I just saw him. Like, I just saw him. She goes, who are you talking about? So I click on the video, and at the bottom it says, Little Uzi Vert on Sway in the morning. What is a Uzi Vert? Like, I just saw him. So I click on his name, and I learn all about Lil Uzi Vert. And I was like, yo, I met him. Like, but I know he probably hates me. Like, every time I hear his song on the radio, I'm like, yo, that's my best friend. Right? But that could have been like a dope night, dope interaction. Like, it's probably good that I didn't know who you were, because I would have probably harnessed myself up there, walked behind you, and sang a little bit, and then Brittany, like, and I become like this, and then, like, would have probably went on tour. Or that's what I would have worked towards. See, so it's good. It's good that I didn't know who you were, so I annoyed you less than what I would have if I knew who you were. See, it's blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Like, yeah, I don't know what I would have done if I knew who he was at the time, but that just goes to show you never know who you're dealing with. So stay on your P's and your Q's, and stay on your Q's and your P's. Like, everyone's important. Yeah. But yeah, that's my story, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you appreciated it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you hated it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, and
I must admit that you was the best. Fuck the rest. I don't see nobody.
Snapchat. Alright. Have a good one, guys.
No, I don't fuck with rest. Yeah. On the real, wish I thought of you less. On the real, wish I fucked you less. Yeah. Thought you was real, cause the things you said.